Welcome back to a series of topics randomly organised, or Astro.
Leave your topics in the comments below, and I'll try to discuss them in the next episode of Astro.
Now, we've got the topics set up for today, but first, just a disclaimer, this video is going to get into there's one serious topic and then one more fun topic. We're going to be starting with the more serious one because I don't really want to end this video on a downer, but if you don't want to see that, then you can just skip to whatever time it is, because that one's probably going to be a lot more lighthearted, a lot more fun. But if you're sticking around, then we've got a bit to talk about in this first one. It's a situation that's, it's had the internet talking, and I feel like it's something I wanted to talk about, but I feel like it didn't make sense to talk about it at the time it was all coming out, because I wanted there to be more. I wanted to have all the information at my disposal before I said anything. But this post was made 4 days ago. I'm currently recording this on Friday the 17th of April, and this post was made 4 days ago, and I thought there would have been some kind of statement or update by now. There hasn't been. So, and I wanted to get this video out by the weekend because of the other topic we're going to be talking about. So I'm just going to talk about it now. So, some of you may know, Unknowingly, the creator of The Man in the Suit, 4 days ago put out a community post saying, by the time I'm sending this out, I have taken my own life. I'm unsure if it was successful or not. There's a chance I'm still alive in a mental hospital somewhere, but I would rather be dead. I'm too much of a burden to my family and friends. I wish I chose better decisions, and I wish I was just better. There are people out there that might think this is all just a stunt, but it doesn't matter anymore. They are better off without me. Thank you all for the people that tried to help. Your help is appreciated, even though it didn't work. I'm sorry. And on, I think it was the Tuesday when this went out, his Twitter account, all the posts were gone. I didn't get the chance to check his TikTok. I don't have TikTok. And the Suitborn Discord went down. I don't have Discord either, but Godzilla Mite, who's in the server, told me about that. We were talking a bit about that yesterday. So, not exactly a fun thing to talk about. And the fact that we still know nothing regarding, what's happened since is honestly one of the scarier parts of this whole thing. But in the unfortunately more likely scenario that he has in fact taken his own life, then I honestly think this may be the end of analog horror as we kind of know it now, because the situation at its simplest is that an analog horror creator was bullied off the internet so hard that it ultimately led to them taking their own life. And yeah, I feel like that's going to, obviously this isn't at all anything compared to how the family and friends of Unknowingly are probably feeling right now, and obviously my heart goes out to them. But on a more general YouTube-y stance, looking at this situation of an analog horror creator being bullied off the internet so hard that it leads to them taking this very unfortunate drastic measure, it's probably going to end up scaring a lot of people away from making that type of content. And a lot of this can be contributed to the famously kind of toxic and just kind of awful in general parts of the Godzilla community, which every community has, but it feels like in the past few years that part of the Godzilla community has really been had a spotlight put on them. And I mean, I was lucky enough to have kind of stepped somewhat away from the larger part of the community a few years ago with all the Kaiju Universe drama and some of the allegations there, but that I'm not going to get into right now. But yeah, this completely sucks. This absolutely sucks, because this is a person who the majority of the community loved. He was putting out such incredible things at such a young age, and the fact that this child, because I'm pretty sure, according to the wiki, they were 15 when they started, so they're 17-ish now, probably. or when they took their own life, depending on, because that's the thing, we still don't know anything, which makes it kind of difficult to talk about right now. But I'm sure I will end up doing a follow-up when we know more, whenever that is. But the whole situation sucks for the Godzilla community, for the analog horror community, just YouTube in general. Like, this is going to set such a bad precedent for a lot of people, and just, I don't want to say rest in peace right now, because, like I said, we still don't know. But if it is the case, then unknowingly we all loved what you did. We're all so grateful for the stuff you did for YouTube, and in the likelihood that you are still with us, we all pray for your recovery. And if not, then we miss you. Right, now we get to move on to some fun and whimsy. So for those of you who skipped over that bit, just joining us now we get to all pretend we're okay. We can have a little bit of fun and whimsy. We can have some ha-ha, some hee-hee, and yeah, we get to be a little bit less serious now, because Wrestlemania is coming up at the weekend, and I thought it would be fun to go through my predictions for both nights, because I've made predictions since I started really seriously watching again in, like, 2020. Yeah, guys, started after 35, so it would have been 2020. And yeah, I'm gonna put because you guys seem to like when I did it for the Royal Rumble when we streamed it, so I'm gonna lump that into this video so I can say we have multiple topics, and also so the video isn't just very sad. So this is in, I think this is in reverse order, but this is just the order the WWE website has. So in the Night 1 main event for the Undisputed WWE Championship, it's Cody Rhodes, the champion, versus Randy Orton with Pat McAfee. And this is one I've gone a bit back and forth on, because it seems as if they're really hot on Orton, especially with the Pat McAfee thing that they have. But at the same time, if you're going to have Cody lose to someone who turned heel 2 years in a row after you built him so much, and I mean, it seems like Cody is still going to be very much involved with WWE after WrestleMania. It's not like he's taking a break like last year. So I was going to say Orton before. I'm going to change my prediction. Cody Rhodes to retain. Right, second match for the Women's World Championship, Stephanie Baker versus Liv Morgan. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one. Liv Morgan's very clearly winning. Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Oh, this one's gonna be good. This one, no story, but it's two of the best wrestlers on the planet. It's two of my favouriteest boys. And with the reports that Braun Breaker's coming back, I see no reason for Gunther not to win this one. It's gonna be a corker, I'll tell you that much. For the Women's Intercontinental Championship, it's AJ Lee, the champion, taking on Becky Lynch. And, well, AJ's not sticking around, I don't think, so put the belt back on Becky. Go back to doing the great character stuff she was doing before with the title. Not much to really say there. That just seems like the better move. Now, for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, it's Nia Jax and Lash Legend versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus the Bella Twins, but maybe not. Because we don't know if Nikki Bella's injured. We might find out on SmackDown tonight. But I wasn't going to predict them anyway. I am going to go with, I was going to say Bayley versus Lyra, but I think it's more likely we see a heel turn after a loss or during the match. I'm going with Nia and Legend to retain those titles. And then we have unsanctioned match. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. Drew's going off to film a movie, and Jacob will probably be challenging either Punk or Roman after WrestleMania, so Fatu is winning that one. And then the 6-man tag match, the last match for night 1, it's Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and ISHO Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight. I can see it going either way. I can see the argument for the celebrity getting the big win in the opening match being what WWE wants, but also all their best speed clips have been of him getting beaten up. But that could just happen in the match regardless. And then there's also the Danhausen angle, but I feel like he's doing stuff with Cena, so I am going to go with Division and ISHO Speed to win that match. And that's night 1. I'm actually going to go in the other order for night 2, because I want to talk about the main event last. So, the opening match, the Intercontinental Championship ladder match, is going to be Penta the Champion versus Javon Evans versus Dragon Lee versus JD McDonough versus Rusev. Oh, we have a spelling mistake here. It says versus Rusev versus Rey Mysterio. Now, I can see almost anyone winning this match except Dragon Lee and Rusev. My heart is saying JD McDonough because he deserves it, because he's absolutely brilliant. He nearly died on TV for us. But I don't think it's him. So it's Rey, Javon, or Penta. I feel like they'd want to crown Javon in a match like this where it really showcases his athleticism. Rey just came back, but this could just be a showcase match for Penta because he just won the title. I am going to go with Penta to retain. I was going to say Rey, or I was thinking Javon before, but I think Penta makes the most sense. Okay, now this match. Femi versus Brock Lesnar. This match. This has been the match that easily the most people are excited for. I'm excited for it, but also so worried because what if Brock wins? Because the story has been Oba just gets the upper hand every time. So logic says Brock wins. And also, if they want to keep Brock strong for Gunther at SummerSlam, where he's going to probably retire. But you've already got that story. Plus, if you don't pull the trigger on Oba now, I'll hate you for it. So my heart is going with Oba. I didn't let my heart predict the IC title match. I'm letting it predict here. Oba Femi to retain there. Let's go, Oba. Alright. United States Championship. Sami Zayn the champion versus Trick Williams with Lil Yachty. Everyone's been saying that this is the double turn. Sami's going to be a bad guy, a heel, and Trick's going to get the big win the title. Trick Williams wins, turns babyface, becomes a good guy, and as he should be. I don't know what else to say. Alright, we're going to speed run this one, less than 30 seconds. Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. Does anyone think Dom's going to win? Just see if show of hands in the audience. Why should you raise your hand? I can't see you. The Demon's going to win. Alright, WWE Women's Championship. Jade Cargill, the champion, versus Rhea Ripley. A lot of people are saying Rhea wins, but you've just set up Jade Cargill with this new faction. Obviously, they want to do Jade versus Bianca at SummerSlam, so why make Jade look weak now? Jade Cargill, I think, is winning here. And finally, in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk the champion versus the Royal Rumble winner, Roman Reigns. This is a difficult one to predict because it can go either way. Because the story has been Roman's in Punk's head and Punk's trying to prove that he's not old and that he can still go. So either the story is Punk gets in his own head and Roman wins, or Punk proves him wrong, overcomes it, and wins. And I think just in terms of how I see WWE going for the next few months, for the title contenders they can set up, you've got Jacob Fatu, you've got, I guess, the Usos and LA Knight are still around, those guys are faces though. You've got a new heel Sami Zayn, which is a very interesting one. And honestly, that's making me sway another, because I was going to say CM Punk. But with the idea of heel Sami Zayn versus face champion Roman Reigns, plus Femi beating Reigns for the title at SummerSlam, I think I'm changing my prediction. I think it has to be Roman Reigns to win. I think the story makes more sense with Punk winning, and I wouldn't be surprised if Punk would win. But I think with the way we're going for the rest of the year, I think Roman winning makes more sense here. And yeah, that is my WrestleMania 42 predictions. My voice is fucked. Thank you for watching. This has been Astro.